Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mitt Flips, where I'm a stay-at-home dad and a part-time eBay reseller, and every 100 subscribers there's a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you subscribe so you have a chance to win. Very close to that next giveaway, I think 30 subs to go. So if you are watching and not subscribed, please consider. I appreciate it very much. And while you're at it, hit that old thumbs up button or thumbs down button. It turns out they do the exact same thing. So if you actually don't like somebody, don't hit the thumbs down. It still helps their channel. I have not prepared myself properly. 7 orders going out today. Actually, I'm happy there's not that many because I need to, today's a Friday, I need to get prepared for, I mentioned last video, huge community sale in a village, a town over from me, And this sale, I would have liked to be there today, but you know, schedules sometimes doesn't work out, but it rained today. So that gives me some indication that maybe I still won't miss out on the things I would have got today because people won't go to a sale that's rained out. Makes sense. So I'm going to try to get my card completely emptied out, get all my batteries. I got to buy a new SD card because every time I've ran out of memory. Usually it's a 8 to 12 hour day. It's a full day of garage sales. I love it. It's a lot of work, but this sale doesn't make or break my year in any way, but what it does do is it's usually like the bread and butter for a half a year, something like that, where this weekend of sales can determine how aggressive I have to be for the rest of the summer. So I'm glad it's at the beginning of the summer. It gives me a good jumping off point, lots of good stuff. And then I know, okay, it wasn't that good this year. I got to hit the next few weekends pretty hard, or it was amazing and I can be very selective from here on out. Let's go ahead and start pulling orders. First thing up, B2 is a pair of Columbia shorts. B2, right over here. These, I think, came in a Mikhail mystery box. I also think these are new. For those, took a significant offer, $15 free shipping. I did price check when the offer came in and I countered. They offered 10, I countered with something, then they countered my counter, ended up $15 free shipping, paid less than $1. And every single sale today was either an offer from me, a counter offer after they made one, or just accepted an offer. That is why I have best offer on everything. Actually, tip of the day. And the tip of the day is, if you want to use best offer, I think it's a fantastic tool. People like to think they're getting a deal. People like to get a deal. But if you are going to use best offer, which I do, price your items up. If you're going to run sales, price your items up. So say you like to run 10% off whole store sales. Price your items up 5%. That way they're still getting a percentage off, still getting a discount. You know, something like that. I watched a video the other day from Auction Professor. He does something that I think is insane, but he's in very niche markets, so he can kind of do what he wants. He owns the market share of certain markets, so that's a whole different animal. I think he has like 1 million listings. It's insane. He marks his stuff up 3x, and then he'll do like 40, 50% sales. I don't want to get into that territory. I don't want to say it sounds scammy, but it just feels scammy to me. And I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying I don't care for it. But if you're going to use them, mark it up a little bit, which I do. But I think best offers are a great tool. I believe everyone should use them, but run your business how you want. But as I said, every single sale I got today was some type of negotiation between me and the buyer. And all of them were in the realm of me still making a great profit. So, like that. Paid $1 for it, free shipper. So I'm still going to make about $8 on that for something that I just chuck in a poly bag. I'm happy with that all day, every day. Like this item. B3A is some Fort Apache figures, little toys, little plastic action figure typey thingies. I would say they're army men, but they're not army men. Well, I guess technically some of them might be in an army, the U.S. Cavalry to be specific, but there's some Native Americans. I actually had not a buyer, but just a random person reach out and say, hey, you have those mismarked. Those are actually for the Fort Apache set. So I went and looked that up. I confirmed that what they were saying. I adjusted the price to match what they had said, and they sold. Actually, I think that might have been full asking price, but I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, so actually, sorry, that one was full asking price, free shipping, sold with 5% promoted listing, which I think that's what I've decided on. I'm going to go 5% across the board promoted, and then I'll still every once in a while run like right now I have a whole store 5% sale because it's Friday. I might go where I'm just running sales on Fridays because Friday is the busiest shopping day because people get paid. So I think that's what I'll do. If sales are bad that week, I'll run a 10% sale on Friday. If sales are good that week, I'll run a 5% sale on Friday, and I'll do 5% promoted across the board. I'm trying to simplify for the summer because there's just a lot of other things going on. And all of my time, as much of my time as I can afford, needs to be focused on listing, because no matter how many things I list, I've still got more things than I could possibly list. So it's a never-ending struggle. Next up, Sock 3 is a Proto Blackhawk socket. So Sock 3 down here on D1, and it is this one right here, and I will take it out of this bag, put the bag back in the basket, so if I get more sockets to list, they can go back in there, and I know what number to list them under for the SKU number. That sold with promoted listing, and I also sent out an offer. It was $11.99. I set out an offer of $10.99 and free shipping on that. And this, maybe not exactly, but this one and then the one I sold last video paid for all the sockets. Every other socket or wrench that comes out of that basket will be profit. But better than that, I thought of this yesterday. The sale where I got the vise and the sockets and a bunch of other stuff, I paid, it was around $120, $115. And I immediately sold the vise, which paid for everything. So everything else I bought from that sale, profits. And then the next weekend, where I bought the Pyrex dishes, where I got this mess of magazines that I'm going to start on tonight. I just need it out of the way, so I have to start. Even if I only get one box done a day, actually that's a great idea. Now that I'm saying out loud, I'll do one box a day, keep it simple, label different boxes for which ones, and just try to get it sorted before I do something with it. But then I listed a lot of that stuff, and immediately one of the Pyrex bowl sets sold and paid for everything. Now, everything from that is profit. That's why I'm jumping ahead with my garage sale stuff, because I'm putting a decent amount of money out generally. And so I'd like to recoup that. And so far, I've recouped 100% of my money almost the day I listed stuff. So that's my plan right now. Next up, B4 is a Farberware rotisserie spit thingy holders. Arms is the word I'm looking for. Rotisserie spit arms for a Farberware open hearth. And this item, I got sent a really lowball offer of like $5 free ship, sold with promoted listing. I went and price comped again, which I'm doing every offer that comes in, just because the markets are so crazy and people are desperate. So I think people are really fighting for that bottom dollar. So I went price comped and I countered at what would be the lowest one available, because if they don't buy mine, they're going to go buy the cheapest one out there. And they bought mine. $9.99 free shipping. And that was cost of goods $0. I got an entire open hearth grill that I parted out because it was missing, I think it was missing the cord, I think. But maybe not. It was missing one part, and they just gave it to me for free, and parting it out, I think it's $100 and something in profit. So that was awesome. Next up, B3F is some do-all ring sets. B3F right here. And there's two different sets. I should have labeled the bags, but I'll grab them both and figure it out when I go to pack it up. But these two right here, actually, let me figure it out now so I can not give myself work later. All right, and these also came when I got these sockets, which I picked up because they looked vintage and interesting. I could tell they were a machinist type of tool, type of bit, and that stuff can sometimes have a good value to it. In this cute little box they came in. I found some like it, but not exact. I did find one, I don't think in that size, I think in the other size, listed for $9.99 free shipping. So that's kind of what I shot for, was $9.99 per free shipping. So I think I had it priced at $49.99, somewhere in that range, maybe $59.99. And somebody sent me an offer, I think $24.99. I countered $29.99 free shipping, and I took it. Because yes, these could be worth more, but I paid, I don't know, 50 cents for it, turn it around in a week and a half. I'm taking that all day, every day. And I had no, even on Terapeak, there was no indication that those were going to sell. I just, from things like it selling, past experience with machinist bits, and the fact that they're vintage, I took a shot, and I was not going to wait around for another shot to come up. So I took the offer. $29.99 free shipping. I still think that's an awesome flip. And while I'm thinking of it, check out this. Voom. I emptied out the sewing ones because I got 3 more of these containers. I moved my drawers to be one level. I took everything else that was on the shelf, went into my SKU system, moved it mostly down to B2, and reassigned it to a different shelf. So now there's nothing behind these. And I stared at that for about 10 minutes. That's just beautiful. I love it. I love having more space. I love having smaller additional SKU numbers, so it simplifies where something is at, especially smaller items. I'm in love with it. And then I also switched out my taco stand. Actually, it's a tortilla stand. My previous business, I used to sell tortilla shells on top of some other things. And then I moved most of my VHS and games and DVDs all here. It fits perfect right now. The VHS, I don't know. I think I just wanted the shelf to be full, so I moved the VHS, and then these few wouldn't fit. But then once I emptied this, I was like, well, what am I going to put here? It's not like that's a good spot to put stuff. I don't know. And then as soon as I buy one VHS tape, now they're not going to fit. I am going to go through my VHS, though, and lower all the prices. Everything that's up there's been listed 9 months plus. Time to go. VHS, one of those things you get for $0. I'm not trying to nickel or dime somebody. I want to be the cheapest one, and I want them gone. They're taking up too much space for how little they're worth. Next up, not a SKU number. What was I doing here? They are Intellivision cartridges, so that's a major oversight. How could I possibly do that? All right, I got to turn the camera off so I can put the glasses on and do some searching. That's a bummer. All right, luckily it didn't take too long. It is a lot of 15 or something. 12 Intellivision cartridges, including Donkey Kong. They're Intellivision. I have 0 way to test them, so I put them untested, parts repair. That's a category that is flooded. So many and so few sold, so I priced them at a fair price, and then in my mind already knew any offer that comes in, I'm taking it. So offer came in, $15 plus shipping, and I got those in a Mikhail mystery box. So per cartridge, they probably cost me a dime, but less than $1, as I say. And then last thing going out, B1C is a Monique Collections doll wig. It's a Doris. I think I already saw it. Is it a blonde? Doris, pale blonde. Yeah! I'm telling you, being organized is awesome. It makes something where I'm like, oh man, how would I find that? Oh, it's going to be a pain. I got to search for everything. Took me seconds. But then I lose my phone. So for that one, $21.99 free shipping. The higher end, the ones in the boxes of the wigs, have been selling at a much slower rate than the rest. So I think I might go through and actually start marking those down a little bit. Or maybe I'll just wait a few months till I have spare time for that, because right now, like I said, the focus is list, so I don't get overwhelmed with stuff. I actually did pop into a garage sale yesterday. I think it just popped up randomly. I don't think they were planning on having one. And I got a few things. I guess I'll go through them real quick, as long as I have enough battery to do so. As I was leaving, she noticed I had looked at these once. These are all safety glasses, and I considered buying them because you get $8.99 free shipping, $9.99 free shipping, and it'd be 3 listings and all multi-quantity. But I didn't want to pay for them because it was, that's not enough money and not worth my hassle and the space and all that. But when she said, hey, do you want these? I said, okay. And worst case scenario, I'll take these up to the high school and donate them to our building trades program, which I was in and loved and they might be able to use those. And then 3 hats, also free. So this one's new from, I don't know, some brand of something. This one looks new, but there's no tags, so I will still sell it as used. And this one also looks pretty new, but will be sold as used, but free. You can't go wrong with free. 2 pairs of work gloves, Thin Slate 3M work gloves. I think I paid $1 a piece for these. I mean, these are probably $14.99, $19.99 each. Got this game that is about $14.99, $19.99, somewhere in that range. I think I paid $2 for it. And then she also tossed in this little tool for free because I did buy, and I hate myself for it, I bought all these golf clubs. These are Bubble Shaft TaylorMades. I've bought this set before and sold that set before. And why I hate myself for it is because I hate selling clubs. I hate it. What I usually have been doing is I list them locally because we have a golfing area and people will be in this area on a golf trip, or they have a set and they lose a club. So it's not uncommon for me to be able to unload a club or 2, but to unload more than a couple in a summer just isn't going to happen. So what I have to do to remove my feelings of hating it is I need to order boxes specifically sized for clubs. Then I won't care because I throw it in the box with some paper and I'm done. The issue is the shipping with the clubs. That's my problem with them. And I paid $15 for all of them. One of them alone is like 25 plus ship, maybe 20 plus ship. And then I got this pair of Saucony. I can't remember. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think that's what it is. I got a pair of these when I was in middle school, I think, first came out. And I got made fun. I got dragged, made fun because nobody ever heard of it. And now it's a good brand. I was ahead of my time. And then these I think these are brand new. These might have been worn once maybe, but these are some Merrell, like slipper shoes, slipper boots. I don't know, but that's great. I paid $4 a piece, I think, for the shoes. And then I got a set of, don't mind my really dirty tote that was in my trunk, a set of Weber grill tongs. I don't recall, but I think I paid $2 for the set. And I think the set goes for mid-20s, $24.99 plus ship, something like that. That was a good pickup at the time. And then this set of international silverware, I think it's international, I'm doing that by memory. Yeah, come on, spoon, get out of my way. Yeah, international. It's in it's like silver plate, but like gold colored silver plate. I don't know why you'd put anything on a piece of silverware that clearly, look, it's wore off. Like that's wearing off in your food and in your mouth. So, I don't know. But I paid $5 for all of them. And when I comped it on site, I think, and I really didn't care because the price was good. You know, if those are $24.99 plus ship, I'm still okay with that. But I think that's like a $75 plus ship set of silverware. I don't know if it matters how wore out it is and all that kind of stuff. It's actually better than the silverware we have. I just wouldn't use it because, again, why would you use it? It's like, I don't know what that plating is, but it can't be great. You're not supposed to put, I don't know. Maybe you get your daily iron or something. I just thought that, that just seems weird that you would put something on a serving utensil or anything that you put in your mouth that will over time come off of that thing into your mouth and into your body. That doesn't make sense to me. And then actually, I'll mention this though, because if not, it's just going to end up in my garage sale and I won't even take the price tag off. This ended up being unbranded. It's an enamel coated cast crock pot, or I guess maybe a Dutch oven you could call that, but I don't think so. Like, what's the difference? Because no, not crock pot, stock pot. But I think Dutch ovens don't have the handle on top is what the difference is. I'm not positive, but this ended up being, not that it's worthless, but because it's unbranded, there's zero reason for it to sell. There's no comps on Terapeak. There's no nothing. So if anyone's interested, $10 plus ship. And that's just so that I don't get hit with fees. Because $5 plus ship, I'm going to lose money. If anybody's interested, $10 plus ship. If not, it's going to my garage sale for the $5 that's already on it. And also, one more thing that just, I don't know. It's just, this thing is cool to me. Tell me if I'm crazy. Tell me if I'm just turning into an old man. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick this up on camera. I'm going to try my best. But it's a ruler, but it's a lenticular. So if you have it one way, it's got the decimals. And if you put it the other way, it's the fractions. And you can go back and forth. And then you go, okay, well, I need to know the decimal version of this fraction, or at least close to it. Well, actually, not close to it. It tells you the exact decimal of the fractions, and you just go back and forth with a lenticular. How cool is that? Which actually reminds me of something. Most of you probably know the show Mythbusters, and one of the hosts, Adam Savage. He has a tattoo on his forearm it's so ugly and just chunky looking and terrible, but I think I'm gonna get it. Which you guys don't know, but I have a ton of tattoos. Like, one of my legs is almost completely covered. You obviously don't get to see that, but I think I'm gonna get it. And what it is he has, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a ruler, and then it has the different squares for centimeters and millimeters and inches and different variables, but it's an actual usable accurate measuring stick that he has on his forearm, on his right forearm. I want to get one on my left forearm. Do you know how many times a day that would be useful for me to just pick something up, hold it up against my arm, and know the dimensions instantly? Never have to look for a tape measure. I could always just hold it up. Okay, got it. Shipping stuff, I hold the package up against my arm, flip it 2 different directions. I got my shipping dimensions. I mean, I would use that 10 times a day for the rest of my life, minimum. I think it would be great. The only problem I have, and the only trepidation I have about getting the tattoo, or else I would go get it today, is that it's so ugly. It just looks stupid. But I mean, the functionality of it is awesome. So I think what I'll do is I'll see if one of either my cousin or a tattoo artist buddy I have in town can draw me up something where it incorporates it with a tattoo. Maybe some filigree or something, and inside of, you kind of hide it, but it's still there. But I just think that's awesome, and I want one real bad. Because I was like, okay, that's cool. And then the next day working, I just took note of how many times I would use it in a day, and it was a lot. Like, really a lot. So maybe this summer, maybe. But I have to figure out a way to make it look better. So if you guys know what tattoo I'm talking about, shoot me some ideas. How can I make this very useful thing I want not look stupid? Well, that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and we go to each other. Just really neat. Hey, little sheep. Do they ever really fix things? I have no idea what this is. What do I care? Let's go. I'm good at this.